My name is Jim Thomas, and welcome to the Fitness Management Update. Our topic today is how to have a successful new gym startup. And when you're starting your new operation, no one goes into it with the idea that they want to fail. Unfortunately, we get calls from a lot of folks that they've been in business for 6 months, they've been in business for a year, and they're already having problems and they need some help. What I want to talk about here today are things that we see that go wrong with a new gym startup. And if you can address these things from the very beginning, you can help ensure that your new gym startup is a success. Number one here is, no planning, no real planning. We just jump into it. And we see this frequently. And then even poor management. For those of you that are getting into the business, unless you've had, prior experience, running a gym as a manager, at least, preferably as an owner at some level, you're going to need to get some education here. Too many people look at this and say, well, it looks pretty simple. Let's just get some space, put some equipment in, and we're going to have some success. Make sure you really plan this out. Make sure you understand that management process. Next is, lack of cash flow and lack of capital. You want to make sure you're properly funded on this. One of the things that we like to look for is we like to see you have at least 1 month's base operating expense in reserve. So if it's costing you $50,000 a month to run your business, you need to have at least that much sitting there in reserve. Next is location. Certainly I think the fitness industry, it is a destination business, whereas when people leave their home, they grab their workout bag and they know where they're going. But, having locations that are kind of on the wrong side of the track, so to speak, or off the beaten track or things of this nature, these can do some harm to you unless you really have a good, strong marketing program in place. That wrong location can really hurt you. And I would even look at, things like, accessibility and visibility, is a big part of that as well, because sometimes you can sit in a good geographic spot, but if there's no visibility, there's no accessibility, that can cause some problems as well. Inadequate marketing, as we've said over and over, the biggest issue that every gym has is the issue of obscurity. No one knows who you are. And those that do, they don't have you at the top of mind. And so you need to really have a marketing plan that really takes massive action so that you really become, really omnipresent in your community. Everywhere people turn, they see you. Some folks, they never should have chosen this business to begin with. We actually had a client one time that, went through pre-sales, went through a lot of education on this. After 60 days in the business, they decided to shut down. Why? There were simply too many moving parts for them. It was just more than they were able to do, more than they wanted to do. It was not the right business. And that is not where you want to be. Make sure you really research this. Do you have the support of family? Do you have the support of friends? Are you willing to be the first one there, the last one to leave? This really does need to be a passion for you. Research your competition. One of the things that you want to know is, what is your unique position in the marketplace? What's your value proposition in the marketplace? What need are you serving? What problem are you solving? What solution are you bringing to the table? What are you bringing that's not out there right now? So make sure you know what your competition is doing and really how you stack up against them. And then finally, you start to have success. We've had clubs that, again, that have been around for a while, and we help them, do some things in terms of sales, and they have some improvements. And before you know it, 60 days later, they're expanding. Don't expand too quickly. Okay. Make sure this is properly thought out, and you've got the people in place, you've got the money there to support it. So how to have a successful new gym startup. We hope you found this beneficial. My name is Jim Thomas, and this has been the Fitness Management Update.